Hey, Bits and Bites, let's Talkujo. A lot of butt stuff has happened since we last talked. It's nothing to do with the new job I've taken. That's actually one of the few things that's been good lately. But let's just go down the laundry list, shall we? Everyone likes drama? Okay, so firstly, Tenorio cut off a chunk of her thumb. You know those mandolin slicers? You know, where if you wanted to cut something in like very specific thicknesses really quickly? She's never used one of those before. Like, we've had one for a while. She pulled it down off of a shelf, and I guess she's very short. She's like 5'1", and she didn't see the little handle thing that you're supposed to use and tried to slice a beet with just her hand holding it. And yeah, she was insisting that we like don't go to the urgent care because she's like, I'll put pressure on it, we'll try to hold it. I didn't realize she cut off a chunk of her thumb though. I thought she just cut it, and so we were trying to, do all the things. And then like 20 minutes later, she's like, Brian, I think we need to go to urgent care. It's still bleeding. It won't stop. It was like coming out like fast. There's only one urgent care open. Only one urgent care open. They're going to close in 40 minutes. We jump in the car. Lily's got applesauce and some other unidentifiable crap on her face and a bit of blue from when she was painting with acrylics earlier. We just jump in the car and go. And we get there, and Tenorio is all like, yeah, I cut off a piece of my thumb. And I was like, what? I thought you just like sliced it and we could like hold it close and it would claw it. And she was like, no, didn't you see me pick up the mandolin and like take out a piece and throw it in the trash can? And I was like, no, I saw you pick up a piece of the beet and throw it in there. And oh my God. Ew! And so they came in, gave her some anesthetic, put a numbing shot in her thumb, and the doctor even warned her, like, they're like, this is the worst pain probably you'll have felt. Like one of the worst pains you'll have felt. And so I take Lily out to the waiting room, and from there you can still hear Tenorio screaming. And, I was just giving Lily the talk, keeping her calm. So they gave her stitches, and, she's in pain. Because since she actually cut off, like, a piece of it, they weren't able to just close it. They tried to close it as best they could, but there's this part up here where it's still, like, exposed. I won't go into any more details, because I know some people are really squeamish about that stuff. So Lily also is home now. I'm supposed to be able to, like, work, so that we can keep up with everything. But I had to take Lily out of day camp, because there's this kid there that had been hurting her before. Yeah, the very first day she went, this kid, like, choked her around the neck, and no one told me about it. Lily told me about it. I had to go up there, and I was like, why didn't you guys tell me about this? And I had to go talk to the main counselor, and I was like, verbatim, I said, we need to go to your office because I am pissed off right now. And he's like, okay, man, I feel you. I was so mad. So they assure me, the issue isn't as simple as just sending the kid home, because this child has mosaic Down syndrome. So it's like, he has a mosaic Down syndrome. If you're unfamiliar with it, is like Down syndrome except mosaic. Only some of the chromosomes have 47. 47? Only some of the chromosomes have an extra one. So they have, everyone who has mosaic Down syndrome has different aspects of it. So they different parts of Down syndrome. One of this child's aspects is that they don't understand. They got the part where they don't really understand people. They don't understand empathy or pain. And it's like, what can you do? It's like the child had apparently been going to these camps for like 3 years and had previously never been violent, but clearly they need to update the books or whatever and change and reclassify this child. So it's hairy. The camp counselor, the main guy, clearly wanted to focus very hard on keeping this kid included, which I respect. I can understand. And so I was like, they assured me that there was something called an inclusive assistant that was always there with this child, that was always watching them. So even on the first day when that thing happened, this child was immediately pulled off Lily, and they assured me it wasn't targeted, nothing, blah, blah, blah. We take her back the second day, he attacks her again. The inclusion assistant isn't paying attention, and like within 5 seconds, this kid is on top of Lily trying to break her arm. I go back up there midday. I just bust in and I'm like yelling at people. I am mad. I am like, oh geez. And I don't like being a mad person. It's a freaking exhausting. I don't take energy from getting angry at people. I don't find joy. I don't feel powered up by making people feel bad or scared. But I was so angry. And they assured me again that something would happen. One counselor told me that the books on this child would be updated and that they would take appropriate measures, blah, blah, blah. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. They didn't do anything. But they had a new inclusion assistant. They did fire the previous assistant, got a new one, and then Lily went back and, for like the next couple weeks, nothing happened. To my knowledge, foreshadowing, right? Yesterday, a couple days ago actually, I take in Lily. We're a little late, the kids are already like at the outside doing this gardening thing. I take her out there. I see the main guy. He's like, hey, how's it going? This kid walks up right in front of me and just grabs Lily's arm and starts squeezing it really hard and like has this menacing grin on his face, and he's like, "Hi Lily, hi Lily, hi Lily," and I'm like, I don't care who the hell it is. Someone's hurting my kid. I just go, "Oi!" And he backs off, and I tell the guy, right? I tell the counselor, I'm like, "What just happened?" He just grabs the kid, runs off, and he leaves me alone standing there by myself for like 15 minutes. He comes back, I'm like, "I'm taking Lily out. You guys are flipping incompetent, I'm taking Lily out." He doesn't argue this time like he did before. He never really argued. He was all like, "No, don't take her out, don't do this." But this time he was like, "Okay." Because they're just like, what can you say at that point? They kept assuring me that there would be someone watching this child. They kept assuring me that it wasn't targeted, but it clearly is. Both of those things were lies, you know, and so I pulled her out, contacted the guy's supervisor. I'm currently in the process. I don't even know what I want to do, you know? It's like, do I push for the guy? Here's the worst part, was apparently this child had been attacking Lily before a few other times in different ways that I'm absolutely not okay with. Then they didn't even tell me. I mean, again, there was someone there for Lily to tell immediately, but they didn't tell me. They just, like, someone's covering their rump, you know what I'm saying? Either the inclusion assistant is like, "Oh, I don't want to get in trouble," or the counsel's like, "Oh, I don't want Kakujo coming down and yelling at us again." But they didn't tell me. And so for that reason, I want some people fired. I don't, like, you know, I am empathetic and sympathetic to everyone's lives. I realize that every single living person on this planet just wants to have fun, to have a decent, easygoing life, to be happy, to have those resources, and to basically just do their thing. So I don't want to, like, ruin anyone's life or anything, but it's like, they're obviously doing this to other children, like, just letting these things go untold, you know? It's so hard to tell what to do. I mean, they're at least investigating it, and I'm going to follow up with them later this week, and if no one's been fired, then I will be doing something legal. I don't know. If anyone's got advice on this, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, if you're worried about Lily, she's fine. Like I said, everything that happened, there was always someone there to pretty quickly take this kid off, but she doesn't want to go back. And it was unfortunately her first time with interacting with someone with Down syndrome, and it's like, to a 6-year-old kid trying to explain that that's not, you know, when you're so young, it's human nature even to see things in blacks and whites, to decide to try to figure out if something's safe or not safe. It's why we have such phrases as uncanny valley. It's why we have prejudice and racism. It's why we have these things. It's all based in fear and this instinct for survival, you know? But it's an animal instinct. It's something that we educate ourselves on, and we grow out of, and we learn better, you know? We do what we can to help everyone be included and to help everyone just be able to, like I said before, just do their thing. But trying to explain that to Lily, to explain to someone so young that that's not how all people with Down syndrome are. It's a spectrum, more like, you know. It's that I'm trying to find ways. I did what I could the very first day that she was hurt. You could very easily call it attacked. It was a very brutal type of attack. I tried on the first day to show her to show her videos, to show her documentation, to explain kind of what Down syndrome is, what mosaic Down syndrome is, to show that there are absolutely tons of people, you know, the same rule applies to people with Down syndrome as to anything. In every single group, there are going to be scary, violent people. It's not necessarily a hallmark of any specific group, but when things are different to you and then they hurt you, I feel like your brain just remembers it more. I mean, let's not lie. There are statistics that show that maybe more often there would be a person with Down syndrome that would hurt someone. I don't know. I don't take that as official word, but you know, do you see what my brain's doing right now? Do you see what the freaking steps I'm trying to go through? The situation's freaking complicated, because on one hand, I don't want to be insensitive to this kid's plight, but on the other hand, my child was hurt and I was being lied to. These are the struggles we have to do, and I guess it's worth it to be able to include some people out there who are genuinely, you know, just different, but are perfectly capable of integrating normally into society. I am convinced that this child no longer is that type of person, though. So as a result of that, Lily's not in day camp anymore, and I don't have anyone to watch her anymore, and I have to watch her now, and I don't know how I'm going to get any of my videos out. I'm trying so hard. You know, I've run myself ragged. I've got to do way more things than I used to, and then I sit down to record, and I feel so tired, and I do my best, and if I feel really out of it, I just don't record, because I don't want to, like, waste your guys' time with that, but it's been difficult, you know, it's been difficult. Again, not related to the new job I've taken. That actually is like, yeah, let's move on to the good news. Okay, so I announced in the last Let's Talkujo that I'd be doing a video editing for another YouTuber. and that I wanted to gauge your reaction before I announced who they were, because, you know, I don't want to send like a hate squad after them or anything like that. And everyone seems pretty chill about it. And I mean, even then, I'm sure the person, their name is DLive, Donnie. They have a fairly big YouTube channel, almost 1 million, and it's been great. It's honestly been really great. If it weren't great, I would tell you. Like, I didn't even sign any contracts. I'm under no NDA or anything like that. It's been good. It's all been very personal, very, very clear, very clean cut. And it's been like phenomenal to be able to sit down, pour myself out creatively, to work hard, and then actually get paid for it. That's been great. I don't have to worry about rent for the first time in my entire life. I don't have to, even when I was a kid. My mom was very open about all of our money issues, and even back then I had to worry about that stuff. But for the first time in my life, I don't have to worry about rent, and it's like rent Stockholm syndrome or something. Like, I still don't feel unstressed out about it. I still feel like now the stress isn't there. There's this big hole. You know, it's like the stress has been pushing into my arm for so long, and it's gone, and there's just this crater here, and it feels weird and wrong, and I don't know. I guess if you spend most of your life stressed out, it just feels weird not to be, but maybe I'll get there. Maybe I should get some therapy. Splatfest happened. The last one, Team Mary won, is Team Mary. Go Team Mary! So I got a smartphone finally. Previously, I had been using this dumb phone, right? I got a Samsung Galaxy S4, and I hate it. If you see a phone cheaper on Amazon, cheaper than like through your carrier, consider still buying through your carrier if the difference is only like 50 or 60 bucks or something like that. Because this phone was sold as new, but it's not new. I called Samsung and they're like, that's not a new phone, sir. That phone's been activated since 2014 because the GPS is crap. I tried playing Pokemon Go, and so there's the map, right? Your character's supposed to like do this. My character was going like this, which was distressing, but it did actually help me catch some Pokemon. Like, I would just be sitting here, and then I'd look at the game, and then my character would be like, whee! And then I could catch a Magikarp. So, I don't know, roll the dice, I guess. Holy crap, I forgot. I actually got a package. Oh, thank God, more good news. Come on. What's the point of being a sharp knife if you're not going to cut through tape? But the adhesive, sir. I don't want to hear it. So this package comes from Labeling. So let's see. We got... What? No way, please. I'm more reacting to my reaction to this, because I am literally excited about these socks. Am I getting old, I guess? I don't know. Thank you. I really like the pattern. Oh, I've always wanted, like, gingham. Is it gingham pattern? But every time I say I want gingham pattern socks, Tenori goes, ew, what would you wear them with? And I'm like, gingham socks? I could be naked for all I care. Oh, right, perhaps I should have read the letter first. Hope you enjoy. The shirt is the standard cotton. The tri-blend doesn't come in burgundy. The coffee is my favorite, not $20 for a bag. Also some bad bleep socks I had laying around that may have been included for packing. So the coffee is Pete's Coffee! Major Dickinson's blend. Man, it felt so wrong to not get this shirt when I made it. Check it out! Absolutely splendid. Thanks so much, Life. So that is all for now. I will maybe one day get a haircut. I don't know. For every bad hair day, I have an amazing hair day. So it's like, you know, I'll take it. It's like a representation of life, my hair. You can say, like, waves in the ocean, but no, you can say, like, Kakujo's hair. So if you want to see DLive's videos, I'll leave a link right here. And then also down below. He uploads once a day, every day, and it's like an official job for me, so it absolutely will be once a day, every day. So if you like my editing style and you like the way that I, twist things, then, I'm there, doing my thing as well. And I will, as always, try to get up as many videos as I can, I basically don't have any daycare or day camp for Lily until September 17th, which is like... Oh my God, I'm so stressed out about this. I'm sorry, guys. It's like, if I could just kind of go at my own pace, if YouTube's algorithm weren't such garbage, then I wouldn't be so stressed out about it. I'd be like, I know the B&Bs will, will stick around. I know they'll be patient with me and all that stuff, or at least I hope you will, and I appreciate it if you do. But no! If there goes even a single day where you don't click on one of my videos, I lose you. Unless if you're, like, specifically I think there's an option to where you can actually get notifications when I upload a video, and if you can look that up and figure out how to do it for my channel, you might as well at this point, because it's going to be like 3 videos a week for a little while. Thanks as always for watching, though. Thanks for being around. I wish I could do more for you. I'll work as hard as I can. But see you next. Let's Talkujo.